Hi. Good. Sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining this workshop. And yeah, we will be starting our workshop now. Okay. So before we start, may I know is the people in the virtual meeting room can hear me? Is my voice clear? Okay. Nice. Okay. So may I know is anyone have any doesn't have any experience in Python before? They are totally new to Python. I guess most of us are having have experience in Python. Okay, so yeah, so let's start. Okay, so let me introduce myself. I am Jack, who will host today's event with you. And I am year three, semester one AI student. I've just finished my exam, so I will step into semester two. And I like to deal with data engineering stuff because um, instead of building some system at zero. I am more like to deal with the data that I can collect the information from the different source from various of source, yeah, and then transform it to usable information. Yeah. Okay. So for today's bookshop agenda. Oh, and my screen is not sharing, is it? Okay. Um, yeah. Okay. All right. So for today's agenda, we will be the main end of this workshop will be we are going to build a program that will convert the APSpace timetable automatically to Google Calendar. So what we will be doing is first of all we will doing the web scraping, followed by the data transformation for the data that we have retrieved from the timetable, and then we will be using the Google Calendar API, and we will do the email automation and finally pipeline automation. Yeah. So without further ado, I will start demonstrating the program first. Okay. If people online can see my screen. Okay. So this is my Google email, and then let's look at my calendar. So when I run the program, it will automatically convert the timetable for the next week into the Google Calendar. So now, as you can see, there is no event in the calendar for next week. And after I run this program, you can see it will send an email here to notify me that the timetable for next week, which is 29th of April, is ready. And then when you click on the link, you can see the events there. And yeah, so this is the program that will be look like at the end of this workshop. So yeah, so let's start doing the codings. So first of all, you have to go to your desktop, then create a new file, new folder, name as timetable converter. Is everyone install the VS Code and Python already? People online? Okay. So after we created the folder, the project folder, you can open your Visual Studio Code, VS Code, and then open the folder, open the folder that you have created just now. Okay. So before we start coding, we have to install some necessary library, including the Beautiful Soup and also the Google Calendar API. Yeah. So we click on Terminal, New Terminal, and type pipe install request PS4 Google API Python client and Python.env. So there were four primary library that we have to install, which is a request, PS4, Google API, Python client, and finally Python.env. And click on. You can just wait until the library finish. Okay, after the installation completed, you can start creating a new file. This is our Python script. We can name it as timetable converter .py. Okay. What we are going to retrieve from the website in APSpace, we can just look at the APSpace and look for the timetable. Yeah. So if you don't have any schedule currently, you can just click on this and then search for example, I'm using APU 2402 CS AI. Yeah. Okay. So after you have you have typed in the course, you can just click on this print button, and then you can see the entire timetable in this web page. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Is everyone able to catch up? I stop my screen. Sorry. Okay. I will copy the command to install the libraries into the command section. Simpun, you say my screen is stop showing. Is it still showing now? Can you see the screen during the coding part? Okay. Is it now available? Okay, nice. Okay, is everyone finished installing the libraries? Okay, let's move on to the next part. So go back to the AP space, and you can select the intake code here by typing APO 3F 2402CS. Yeah, I'm just using this one as the example. If you have the schedule currently, you can use your own schedule. Okay, after you finish typing your selecting the intake, you can just click on this print button. And then you will be redirected to the timetable. Is everyone good so far? Okay, so in this web page, we have to inspect the elements of this in this web page. So we can right click on this table and click on inspect to view the elements. So in here, we can see in this table class, the entire timetable will be containing the information for each classes here, starting from the third TR. So this line of HTML text is the information that we want to scrap from the web page. So here you can see there's the date, the time, the class, and then the location and subjects and lecture. So in our code, we will be using this and then convert it into our Google Calendar. Okay, so go back to your VS Code. First of all, we have to define function. Okay, in this main function, currently we have to decide the intake group, and then remove this. This intake is the intake that we are having, and then the intake group also. And for this remove list is the for the elective module filtration. So let's say I didn't take the module name ALG, so you can just insert here to remove it um, in the process later. Okay. So if you look at this, your okay, is everyone able to catch up? It, remove list is to the remove list is to filter out the elective module that you didn't take. Yeah. Sorry. Intake module. Intake module. Intake group. Intake group is in the APSpace and here this one. Yeah. Sorry. Um, Actually, we don't have we cannot show elective module, but before your semester start, you should be able to choose your own elective modules, right? So that time, yeah, ALG. Okay. For how to know the ALG is my elective module that I didn't take is if you look at this here, you can actually see the subject module here. And yeah, and also in the APSpace timetable, you can see the entire name, the whole name of the module. Yeah. So if you don't have the elective module, you can just you didn't take the module, you can just put it inside the remove list. Yeah. Okay. Should I move? Means if integral. Okay. On last row, could you send me your timetable URL? Means that this one. After you click on the print button here, can you send me your URL? And okay, it's fine. Okay, online last row. Yeah, you can just put all, but the A is in capital letter. Yeah, I will explain later why I'm using the all. Okay, I will move to the next step. Okay, so if you look at this URL for the timetable, you can actually you can actually observe that there are parameters here, which is week, intake, and intake group, and finally print request. So we need to input four types of parameter here: week, intake group, and print request. And just now, the online last row asked, should he put all or not? He should put all because his URL are containing all in the intake group. Is that okay? Okay, so now we have already um, determined the intake group, the intake, and also the remove list. Now we have lack of one more parameter, which is the week. So this is the variable that will be changing in each week. So now is the week of the date of the week will be 22 and next week will be 29. So we now we are going to define one more function so that we are able to deal with the week. Oh, you need to zoom in. How to zoom? Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. So this function is to allow us to get the first date for the next week. So let's say I run this program for today, and I will after I call this function, I will get the first day of the next week, which is 29. So let me try to run this to see whether I can get the next week date or not. Okay, when I run the code, I can see the output is 2024 April 29. So means that I am able to get the day for the next week, the first day of the next week. Okay, so after you define the get next week function, you can just call it in the main function here to assign week the date for the next week in your main function. So now we have gathered the necessary parameter for to call this URL, which is the week, the intake, and then the intake group. And this pull request is fixed, so we can just ignore it. Okay, so next I will be fetching the timetable data from the website. So here's the web scraping part start. Okay, so for this step, we will be importing the request and beautiful soap libraries so that we are able to make requests to the URL that we wanted, and then pass the HTML text by using the beautiful soap. Okay, so in this function definition, we are going to get the URL from the timetable here. So we can just copy and paste it here, paste the URL here, and then replace the week intake and intake group by the variable, the argument we have been defined in the function. So this week intake and intake group will be um, this one, and then group one, and the week for that we have been defined just now. So after we get the request, we can just pass the HTML text as we have seen just now here, and then we are we are retrieving the whole table class here back to our function. And if we call this function in the main function, we can try to see what we have retrieved. Okay, so after I run this, I run the function call. We can see here the retrieved data have been shown here with the day, the time, the classroom, the location, and then the subject module, and then the lecture name. So here's the thing, the information that we wanted. And in the next step, we will be transforming this information, this data to the useful information that we want. So far, so far, anyone have any question? Okay, so next in the main function here, we'll be assigning the timetable. Okay, so first we call the function fetch timetable, then assign it into the timetable table. And if the timetable table is not empty, we will proceed to initialize the timetable data and then find the all classes here as row. So why we started from the third row here is because the first two row in the timetable are using as the week and then the header. So if we look at the inspection page, you can see that actually the first two TR is used as the week and also the header. Starting from the third element, the third TR element, we will start the classes. And then if the row is not empty, it will further divide the cells into different information like date, time, classroom, location, subjects, and lecturer. And these information are divided by TD element. So we are finding all TD. Okay, so if you notice here in the subject, it contains of the subject modules code followed by the name, the abbreviation of your module. So we don't really wanted the code here. We wanted the, let's say, TXSA, the abbreviation here only. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna split all of this unnecessary part and then take only the necessary part. Okay. So this line of code is actually splitting the entire subject model, and then by the dash here, and then we take only the third one, which is the TXSA here. So let's say we have FAI here, we are taking FAI only. Okay, so next we are going to filter out the remove list, which is the elective module that we didn't take. Is everyone able to follow me? Yeah. Period. 32 to 37. Uh, yeah. Sorry. For line 32 to 37, I just there's a typo here. You have to change the underscore to dot. Sorry. Okay, so this line of code is showing that if the module name, let's say TXSA that we have split just now, is not in this remove list that we have defined here, it will be going to append into the timetable data along with with their necessary information, which is the date, time, classroom, location, subject, and lecturer. Okay, so until this part, we have already retrieved all the information that we want to create a calendar event. So next, we are going to deal with the Google Calendar API integration. So go to your browser and search for console. And then click on the Google Cloud Platform here. If you have not signed up yet, you have to sign up with your own Google account. So if you have already signed up with your Gmail account, you can click on this project button. Uh, if you want to select the project, you can select the project here, this button. Mine is timetable converter because I have already created the project. If you are first time user, it should be sample something. Is it? Sample project. Yeah. And then you can just click on the new project here. So in this page, you are required to input the project name, which is Timetable converter. And click on create. Is everyone able to follow? Okay, so after you created the project, you click on the button here and select the project you have created just now. And you will be seeing the page for your project in this Google Cloud Console. And on the left side, the navigation menu, you hover on the APIs and service and click on the library. Okay, in the search bar, you'll search for Google Calendar API. And in this search result, click on this one, Google Calendar API. And, and enable it. So when you enable the Google Calendar API with your Gmail account, you are able to make connection with the Python script and by using your service account created later. Okay, after you have enabled this Google Calendar API, you will need a service account so that you are able to call all the API that they provided. So go to the credential on the left side. And under this credential, click on service account. Okay, so for this service account details, you just need to insert the service account name. So for this example, I'll just put timetable data. No, timetable converter. and click on create and continue. After the service account is created, click on done. Is everyone okay so far? Is people online good so far? You can follow Andre. Online last draw, you don't need to create API key. Instead, you create the service account. On the service account, and then enter any name. For example, here I put timetable converter. Then after you enter the name, you click on create and continue, and followed by done. Did you define it? Yeah, I've initialized the timetable data at here. Is that okay? Oh, I see. Online last draw, are you okay? Can you create a service account? Okay, nice. So shall we proceed? Okay, so after you created the service account, you click email. The email that you have created just now, the service account email. And then under the key, click on this key and click add key, create new key. So it will ask you to create a private key for this service account. And then for the key type, you choose JSON and click on create. And after you click on the create, you will automatically download the service account private key to your computer. And then you can just look at it. So this is the service account private key. So after you download the service account private key, you rename it as service account. And then copy it or cut it into the project folder. You can just drag it into the folder. Does anyone have any question? Okay, nice. Okay, is everyone can follow? So until this step, we have already configured the service account. Means that we are able to call the API for Google Calendar. Now we have to enable the service account to make changes to our Google Calendar. So go to your Google Accounts calendar, select calendar here. Let me delete the events that I've created during the demonstration. Okay, so when you go to the calendar page, you go to the calendar with your account name and click on the setting and sharing. Then you will be redirected to the setting page and go to the share with specific people or groups. Under this, click on the add people and groups and copy the email address for the service account you have created just now in this Google Cloud platform. If you want to look for your email address, you can just click on the service account in Google Cloud and then paste it and send. Before that, you have to change the permission to make changes to events. So this step means that you are sharing the permission to make changes for for your own calendar. You are sending the permission to the service account. Yes. Can everyone follow? Okay. Okay, so after we share the permission here, we have to go back to the API call. So before we start clicking for the API call, we have to look at the reference for Google Calendar API. So you search for the Google Calendar API and click on the Google Calendar API overview. So under the Google Calendar API, click on Quick Start and select Python. We'll show you how to call the API by using Python. And then click on the use the calendar API to create event. Choose Python. So here we can see how is the event being created by using the Google Calendar API. So here we have to have the date time, the time zone, and for both the start and end, and also the location and description. Okay, so you can actually copy this line of code into the into your Python script. So first of all, you have to define the function to create the event first. So in this function, create event, there are two parameters. The first parameter is service, which is grant our service account to build the service. And then the second one is entry. Entry means that each class, and for each entry, we have the information like the summary. Summary is the subject module, and then start at 8 daytime. And also we have we have the location as well. So we just need to make some changes on this sample. Okay, so I have put in the subject module and then the classroom. So there is date time and time zone left. If you look at this, you can see it is actually not the same format that we have retrieved from the timetable website. So we have to make some changes on the date time as well as the time zone. So for this time zone, we can just change it to our own time zone, which is Kuala Lumpur. Okay, let's focus on the date time. It is a combination of the date and the timestamp for the start and end. And no, it's for the hour, minute, and second. And this is the GMT or something, the conversion. Yeah. So we are going to transform the daytime. So I have checked just now. So this is the ISO format for the daytime, which I don't. I'm just ChatGPT for the definition of this daytime. It's called ISO format. So you can just try to see how it is being transformed from the daytime to the entire format. So now we have only the start date time and end date time. We haven't changed it to the ISO format as this one yet. So now I'm going to convert it into the ISO format. So after you convert it into the ISO format, you can just replace it here. So after we define the whole event for our classes, we have to return the function by calling the service here. So this service will be creating the calendar event in your Google Calendar. So for the calendar ID, you can just replace it with your own uh, Google account. People online can follow. Okay, so now we have already defined the function to create the event, but we haven't located the service account that we have created and copy paste here. So now we are going with the service account so that we can use this service account to create an event. So we have to import the Google API as well. So after you import the libraries, you have to define the function. So this function will allow us to read the service account so that we are able to create the event. Can everyone follow? Okay, so go back to your main function. So now we are going to define the scopes, and also we are going to create the events if the timetable data is not empty. Okay, the meaning of scope here is to show that the service account has been granted the calendar API that we have enabled just now, and then we get the credits, the credentials, and build a service for to create the event in Google Calendar. So now we have already completed the create event in Google Calendar. Now we are going to try run the whole main function to see whether it can create the events in our Google Calendar or not. Sorry, break. Okay. There is some there is some error in my script now. We can have break until 3:45 p.m. We are continuing. So, yeah, there are two types. Okay, so the first one is this one. This is the, it should be three. Yeah, because if I use two, if you look at the timetable just now, yeah, you will get another one. It's the digit one, be the three. Huh? No, it will be the FAI now. Because just now I'm using two and 012. So I will get a three look. Yeah, so I have to change to three. And then the second one is the scopes error. So this is not a dot, this is a slash. Yeah, we are in break. Do you have any question to ask? People online also? The main function. But here, or you want to for the last part, right? Okay. Yeah. So here, this one. Yeah, and then delete the last.
Actually, where you get the scope, the link.
The link for the scopes, right, is from the Google API reference. So here, yeah, on the website. Uh, yeah, it's from here. But this one, I think this one they have already deprecated, and then I just check GPT.
So
Yeah.
you try this, it doesn't work. I tried.
Sorry.
You try this one before, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Deprecated, which means like outdated.
Yeah. So I use another one. They much have, but let's see. Um, no, no, there's no delete event provided here. Yeah. Yeah, you have to delete manually lah. So far I've done is manually delete all the event. Yeah. Okay, so for people online, if you don't know, I got two typo here. Okay, so the first one is about the module name. So this shouldn't be two, because if we put two, we look at the timetable here. If we put two, we will get 0, 1, 2. We will still get a digit. So we have to put three, so that we are able to get this character. Okay, so this is the first error. Replace 2 by 3. And the second error is about the scope. So this is not a dot. This should be a slash. Okay. So if you corrected this typo and run the code again, run the script again, let's run it. You should be able to see the event are created when the program is finished. Refresh again. Okay, so the events are created without the elective module filter. We have ALG. So let's look at the complete timetable and check whether ALG is included. So we got a ALG on Friday. So there is no event for Friday and ALG. Means that we have already excluded the ALG. And also for the Wednesday 1:30 to 2:30. Wednesday. Yeah. Oh, this is not. This is the 22. Let's go to 29. So yeah, there's no event on Wednesday. Is that okay? Okay, so now we have already created event by running the program manually. So we wanted to um, after we run this, we have created these events in the Google Calendar. We have to send a automated email to notify us that the calendar is created successfully or not. Okay, so let's move on to the next step. Okay, so next you go to your Google account, manage your Google account here, and click on it. And on the search bar, search for app password. Under security here, this one, app password. And click on it. So you have to enter your password. Okay, so in this, after you enter your password, you will jump to the page here. What does it mean? Is they allowed you to create a app password so that you can make connection from the Python to act as your account. Means that the Python script is able to send email by logging into your Google account and then send to someone else. Okay, so here you can just enter any name. For my example, I put timetable converter. And click on create. After the after the app password is created, you will see a 16 character password, and you have to copy it and keep it somewhere else. Keep it somewhere secure because you cannot refer it back at the next time. You can only create a new app password. So you have to keep it in a secure place.
What if I don't have the app password?
Sorry?
I don't have the
You don't have the app password. So just create on here. Yeah.
And password you need to set authenticate or something that you can
Yeah. So this password means that you are actually trusting the third party, maybe Python script or something, so that they are able to log in into your Google account. Yeah. So if you create, it will show the 16 character password. You have to copy it and save it. If you forgot it, there's no other way to retrieve it back. So you have to create a new one. Okay, so since I have already created app password before, so I'm not going to show you all my password. Okay, after you created the password, copy it, and in your VS Code, create a new file named as cred.env. So this cred.env uh, is saving the sender's email address and also your app password and also the receiver email address. So for the app password you have created in the Google account, it should have the blank space. So you have to remove the blank space.
just put the password that was generated.
Yeah. So this one you just replace with your app password created just now, without any blank space here. Oh no. Okay. I think my password have been exposed. Let me delete it. Let me unshare my screen first. Margaret, what did you mean the first part? Where the first part?
Like when people cannot find the app password right function, can I enable two-step verification?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if they cannot see the app password functions.
Okay. If for the people who cannot see a password in this Google account page, you have to enable the two-step authentication first, verification. Yeah.
You can also search for the two-step verification.
Yeah, you can search for the two-step verification. Do the verification first.
Third one,
The one. Yeah, for this one. Yeah, you have to enable this before you go to the password. Margaret, did I solve your question? Okay, cool. Okay, is everyone able to follow? I will move to the next part. Okay, so for the next part, we are going to automate the email in our Python script. So first of all, we have to uh, read the credential. Huh? Hello? So this whole line of codes are representing the reading of the credential we have created just now. And then we have defined a class called email. And then for the email, we have sender, password, and receiver from the credential file. And also we have the subject, which is representing the APU timetable is ready. And after that, we have defined another function in this email class, which is the send email. So this send email will contents of HTML content, which we will define later. And also we will send it from the sender to receiver, and also using the subject. So for this SMTP is we log into our own Google account with the app password and send the email. Okay, let's proceed the next part. So go to our main function here. After the for loop, and we will be sending the emails after we have already created all the events. For this calendar link, actually, you can just copy from the Google Calendar. Sorry. You can go back to your Google Calendar here and copy the URL and replace the year and month and day. Okay, so this line of code will provide the calendar link for the next week, and also we will generate the HTML content to notify the receiver about the how's the next week's schedule. If there is a timetable file, it will show this. Hi, your PO timetable for the next week is ready, and then we'll provide the link. And if no timetable, it will say there's no timetable for the next week. And after that, we will send out the email. Okay, so when we run this code, it will the next step. Oh, sorry, let me delete the event first. Okay, so far the events capability is it will generate the calendar event, and then after all the event, it will send an email to notify you that the timetable is ready. So okay, so let me delete the previous one. So it shows that it is empty now, and when we run this code, wait until you finish. It shows me a error of not responding. Maybe it's because of Wi-Fi issues. Let me try to run again.
So we get the same issue.
You get the same issue. Okay, let me check whether it's any typo day. Okay, so there's a typo on this on this SMTP line. So it shouldn't be 485. It should be 465. My bad. Okay, so if you look at this email, you can see the week, the next weekday, first day of next week is shown here, 29. And if you click on this link, it will direct you to this calendar, which is the next week one. Okay, it looks broken here because I repeated the program just now. Okay, let's try it again. Okay. When the program is finished running, you can receive an email here and click on the link. You will see the events are ready. Yeah, it's ready here. Oh, here's the email automation. Now we are going to the last step, which is the pipeline automation. So this pipeline automation is we set a period. For example, weekly, we run this program and then it will run automatically to generate the calendar event. Okay, so there's some difference between Mac user and Windows user here. So I will be demonstrating the Windows Windows version first. So for Windows user, you'll go to Task Scheduler. You search Task Scheduler. This one. Okay, so this task scheduler is provide a function that we can schedule our task to let the computer to automatically run something. For example, run our Python script. So how to do this is we on this action we click the create backseat task and give it a name, probably timetable conversion, and next we trigger it on weekly basis. So we are deciding it started from probably 37 and recur every today is Wednesday. Next, start the program because we want to run the Python script and browse your Python file and click on this timetable converter. So click on the next and finish. So you can look at this detail. It shows that it will run at every 4:37 p.m. every Wednesday of every week, starting from today. So let's see if it will run on time. I'll delete the previous one first. While we are waiting, is there any issues? Yeah, port number is 465. Thank you. So it's 37 now. Let's see if it will come out. I think there's some configuration error here, but let me try it again. I'll delete this task and create again. So create basic task. Add weekly and start on 41. Start, start program.
There's one parameters, right? The parameter object that you do p right now. Path that